We're speaking today with Aries Yo, who's Treasurer and Membership Coordinator for the Financial Women's Association of Singapore. And she's going to share with us some comments on the experience that she had for the workshop that I delivered a few months ago for the association. So Aries, what was it that resonated with you during or after the presentation?
What clicks with me when I was at the workshop presented by Joanna was, I think, 2 points. First point, when I heard her saying about the values aligning of our values to the organization value, I said, wow, this is good ideas, but it's common sense. But I was thinking, why I don't see it in my organization?
What would be the impact if values did align?
When I see this is common sense and good idea, because I was just thinking that if we can use it in an organization, aligning our value, I think everyone will be very happy. I mean, for most of us, we spend many hours in office. From the moment we wake up, we get ready, we go to the office, and by the time we finish office, it's 7, 8, or even 9 or 10. Some people that go home is you wash up and then you go to bed. And if you're in office and you're not happy and you're miserable, you feel pressurized, you feel compressed, then life is going to be so miserable. But if you align your value and the time that you spend in office, you feel empowered, you feel energized because you love what you're doing, because you see the value of what you are doing, because the organization appreciate what you're doing for them.
So if you can live your personal values in the workplace, it energizes you and therefore makes you higher performing and more engaged.
Definitely.
Which impacts the bottom line in a positive way.
Yes.
Right? So was there one thing that you learned at the workshop that was very important for you, that you can use today when you go back to the office?
I think there's another point, this ABC performance, which is your awareness, belonging, and commitment. I'm trying to recall from memory. It's been a while. How do we get ourselves to perform better? How do you align our value? I think number one we have to do, from what Joanna said in the workshop, was awareness, to be aware of what's our own value. Whether are we aligned to the organization, or how can we align ourselves to the organization? Mm-hmm. And with the awareness, there's this thing called belonging. When we work together, we able to connect with the persons. Once we have awareness, when we have the belonging and the connection, automatically we feel a commitment that we want to do more, because you understand, even you're doing things that's very integrity, very it's not important, even writing notes down, but that is important, because everything's counts, just like our human body, right? We have an eyes, we have a hair, we have a hand. We cannot lose any part of them, but they all have individual parts to play. So we are all important. No matter you are a CEO, you are just a receptionist, it all brings the organization together.
So going forward, who would you recommend this workshop to?
I believe it should be for everyone. Everyone, as in from the CEO, I think is even more important, because this is not in her workshop, but it's the book that I read after the workshop. There's the one part talk about the value change, which I love it, because it talk about Deutsche Bank have this thing about value, integrity, bring stakeholders value, and that talks about that as well. But how do you actually bring about the stakeholder value? It comes actually from the CEO believing in it, their values, and with their values and their belief, they change. They have the behavior change, and then when they change the behavior, the organization change, because it's from the top down. And with the change in the organization, the employee get engaged. With the employee engagement, they will engage the customer. When customer get engaged, they get satisfaction. They get satisfaction, then they get the stakeholder value. Sure. So it's just one big round. So I think it has to become driven from the top down, and that value and belief personal change have to come true. And of course, we need to see that value coming from the organization, the CEO willing to make the change. I think at the lower level, wherever you are, whether you are just a junior staff or middle management, I think you can also make the change, just to be aware of yourself, and then belonging with the people that you work with, and then you get committed because you want to be happy. I mean, even CEO doesn't see the value, but you yourself need to see the value. You want to be happy. So I think it should be for everybody, but at a different level. Okay?
Thank you very much. Aries Yo, Financial Coordinator for the Financial Women's Association in Singapore.